repeat.
Okay.
All right, don't want to be redundant. However, 7 o'clock, February 6th, I'll bring the Board of Selectmen's meeting to order, starting with a roll call from my right.
Paul Sanderson.
Chester Durakis, Vaughn Morgan, Chip Buzzy. And we have a quorum, and the meeting is being recorded. Just as a heads up, at the conclusion of the meeting, I'm going to request a non-public. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that, and I'll let you know what it is when we get to the end, what it's referring to. First order of business is the annual Maloney Unity Run.
You're on.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you very much. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jeff Pierce. I am on the board of directors and the treasurer for the Chief Michael Maloney Memorial Fund. Don Sawyer would have been here, but she's away as well. So tag, I'm in. So once again, the Maloney Unity Run is scheduled to be held with Greenland's permission on April 29th, 2018, which is a Sunday. This is the 7th annual Maloney Run. It's one of the largest fundraisers for Chief Maloney's fund, and we do several grants. And it brings in about $45,000 to $50,000 every run. And it's thanks to the town of Greenland that allows us to use the parking lot. So we are once again requesting to be able to use the town property for the Unity Run. And that's why I'm here, and that's what we're requesting for this evening.
Okay, a question that was asked to me by one of the residents is, what is the money used for?
We have grants that we use. One of the major grants we've done is we've assisted with the Greenland VFW in helping them with finances for their memorial. We also do line of duty death benefits, which is the largest thing we hate to have to pay. It's when a officer is killed or a first responder, firefighter, is killed in the line of duty in the Seacoast, New Hampshire area. If someone's killed in the line of duty, we give the family $5,000 right off the bat. Don't worry about your house. Maloney Fund's here to help you. So one year we handed out $30,000, and that was just heartbreaking because we had firefighters killed, police officers killed, and then if they get injured in the line of duty, we'll get in touch and see if they need any assistance, something like that. We've just received a grant from Chief Skipper in Stratham, and he wants to develop a police explorers unit. Right now, Portsmouth has one, Exeter has one, but they use high school students. Stratham wants to do it with middle age, the middle school kids from Greenland, Stratham, Exeter, any middle school children that want to be part of this Explorer program that they're doing. Stratham's trying to start that up, so they've asked us for a grant. So we're going to have a board meeting and discuss that. That's the kind of things we use the money for. But the big thing is the line of duty deaths and injury, and that we really don't like to have to pay, because we know some family has been really drastically hit hard. We also do $10,000 in school scholarships for any member of the law enforcement community or any child that's going into law enforcement or extenuating circumstances. They can go online. We issue $10,000 in scholarships every year to children going to the all the area kids that go off to college. And we've developed a new thing that, depending on the hardship of the child, we may issue. We did do 10 $1,000 scholarships. If there's a super hardship for any particular one child, we'll look at it. We may give them $2,000 or $2,500, something to help them along and be a part of.
Good.
And that's what Chief Maloney was all about.
Mhm.
So that's just one of the, many reasons why we just
Yeah.
keep doing it.
Okay, any questions from the board for Jeff? Entertain a motion?
I'd like to move that we approve the request to use the properties here at the Town Hall on April 29, 2018 for the Chief Maloney Unity Run and the post-race events.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Jeff.
Good. You're welcome. And if anybody is ever interested, if like you spoke to that person if they would like a phone call from one of the board of directors, we're more than happy to give them a call
Okay,
and talk to them.
all right. I'll just have you contact the PD and they'll be able to get in touch with you. right?
Yeah, or they can go right on the website. They can contact Dawn by email, and then she can either respond or give it to me or give it to Tim Maloney, Mike's brother.
Okay, the
Anything.
website, what is the website?
If you just Google Chief Maloney Memorial Fund,
Yeah,
it'll pop it right up.
Yeah, I
okay.
think it's chiefmaloney.com.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they also have a Facebook page,
Mhm.
and Dawn's faithfully looks at that the Facebook page.
Okay,
So
great,
if they want to do anything through Facebook.
good.
What's the entry fee for the race?
If you get it now, entry just opened, if you get it now, I believe it's $30. It's either 30 or 35. The day of the race, it's 45.
All right.
And the first, I changed
You can
it
run,
here.
Jeremy.
Right. The first few get a really good
The
t-shirt.
first couple hundred entrants
All right.
get a t-shirt.
All right.
I mean, we do
It's
really
not
nice.
t-shirts, they're nice shirts.
They're really nice shirts.
No, I'll represent the selectmen, I'll run the race.
And we also do the
I've done it
260
twice.
bid. You can bid. You can bid on the special 260 bid. It's a running shirt with the number 260 on it, Chief Maloney's call sign, and it's an auction. And every year we've been averaging about $350 for this shirt.
Excellent. Excellent.
So it's been a great fundraiser for us. It's a great shirt. I mean, just go on Facebook,
Yeah.
you'll see
I've got
it.
a couple.
You'll see it. They're really nice stuff. I should know, because I pay the bills.
Okay, Jeff,
Thank you very much.
Yep. Okay, second item on the agenda is the approval of minutes from January 22nd. Nobody has any comments, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Move to approve as presented.
Second. Have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Old business. Should I say it, or am I gonna sound like an echo?
No, I got it, I got one.
Okay, Kofi update.
So last night I attended and there's two things. In your packet, you have the last month's report from the EPA with their updates regarding what they're doing, with the primary focus being on the fish testing and setting up protocols for that. But last night I attended the Portsmouth City Council meeting for that presentation on the Coakley landfill. The majority of the presentation is stuff that this board already knows. It was an overview of the history of the landfill and the remediation efforts that have been done, and a lot of emphasis was put on they have done everything that the EPA has actually required. They have negotiated, they have worked with options, but they have done everything that has been required. The City Council authorized a meeting to be held for all the stakeholders. Probably it'll be early March by the time they pull it together. But that's going to include all of the members of the Coakley Executive Group, the original engineers that did the remediation, other of their experts, the geology people that have done some hydrology out there, as well as the current engineering firm that has been doing the monitoring and those results.
Okay.
And that they're going to include all of the towns that are affected, and they're going to host a large meeting to bring everyone up to date. And then later in the meeting, the City Council authorized the signing of the grant agreement between the City of Portsmouth and the state for $200,000 for the engineering of the water line. That's the grant that originally Portsmouth and Greenland co-requested for the $200,000. And I learned last night that it was awarded just to Portsmouth as the owners of the water system. That it wasn't something that, Greenland didn't have the right to apply, because we didn't own the system to even have it extended. But they had developed a scope with the engineering firm, submitted that to the state, that was approved, this came through, and last night the city council approved the grant.
Okay,
I'm meeting with them on Friday morning at 8:30. At that point, I hope to learn more about what this scope actually means.
this coming Friday?
Right, originally this meeting was scheduled, the way we believed, was to develop the scope.
It didn't work out that way.
No, we were a little bit surprised, but the scope does include some different routing options that are being considered, including the railroad bed coming from Ocean Road across. It includes work to, the work within the right-of-way. The cost will be established. It's going to provide a typical cost for what the anticipated cost would be for each property else, for the work outside of the right-of-way, the connections. They'll develop that anticipated cost. They're going to do a preliminary field investigation, which will include the subsurface investigations, and there's 2 meetings with the Greenland Selectmen included in their scope.
Okay,
I'll know more Friday morning.
good. Any questions? Thank you, Karen. Let's see here. During the last meeting, we talked about putting a snow plowing subcommittee together after the deliberative session to review and possibly revamp the contract and to report to the board before the bid process begins in the spring. So I'd just kind of like to discuss a little bit how this is to be organized and carried out. And I think you are going to head that, Chester?
Sure.
Any ideas, anything, do you have, who are you going to talk to, or, how are you going to put this together? Do you have any ideas on that yet?
Well, as far as
I know it's
who's on-
right after the
who's
meeting,
on this
so-
committee, but,
Yeah,
I figured Chip,
mm-hmm,
Mr. Hayden,
okay,
Mr. Jones,
okay,
if that's appropriate.
yeah, I think it is.
I would do. And then, I don't know, pick them after that,
Sure, okay,
somebody with a different knowledge or something.
okay. So you'll plan a meeting as soon as you talk to those, or, organize a meeting
Yes.
at some point, okay? And you'll keep the board updated as to what's going on with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And any information or help you need from me, I can provide that.
Great, thank you very much.
Okay, great. Anything else anybody would like to?
No,
Chime in on?
I mean, the product of all that will be a new set of bid specs for an RFP.
Right.
Okay. And what's our time frame, do you think? In other words, when would you like to have your work completed in that RFP let?
The RFP should go out early May,
Okay,
not much later than that.
I was gonna say even earlier.
Right, well, they don't finish until April,
Oh, no.
Yeah, when does the contract end?
I think April 30th.
April 30th?
Yeah, I'm not so much worried about that. I mean, we certainly wouldn't award anything before
Right.
that period of time. But to let people know that such an RFP is gonna be let, I
Right.
think is kind of important.
And it would be October, November, hopefully November before we'd be dealing with snow again.
Yes, but we have a contract in place before that.
Right. So May with early May with a 3-week
May 1st.
return.
And I would think at the latest.
May 1st latest?
Right, because you think about it, the companies that are likely to do this are also in the throes of bidding their summer work.
Right.
And so you want to try to get it out to them so that they would put effort into the RFP before they're out there working
Right.
crazy.
So if the committee work gets done quick, then I'll just proceed right with,
All right.
we'll bring it to the board and then get ready.
April 1st?
It would be great to have at least a first draft, I think.
Yeah.
Good, all right. Thank you for undertaking that.
Thank you.
Okay, any other old business anybody would like to bring up? Geez, now the deliberative session's over, there's
I
not much to talk about.
I know.
New business, we'll, a review of the town administrator's report. Does anybody have any questions on that?
Any update on Willowbrook and our permit situation?
Not as yet. I talked with Underwood Engineers today, and he has been working with the state on that. They expect to have a response to us very shortly.
Okay.
Regarding the box culvert and,
Yeah, because that obviously yields into our summer program.
right,
In the sense of I think we didn't last, but we were able to
encumbered.
encumber.
Correct.
That's the way I could think of it.
We have authorized the bid to be awarded to Lyman,
Mhm.
because we're getting close to the bid price's expiration date.
Yeah, and we're waiting for a box culvert versus a regular culvert, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, the next item is the town report cover. We have,
The board had talked about earlier this season, after we had awarded the Boston Post cane for the second time in 2017, that it would be appropriate to feature the Boston Post cane on the cover. So what we've done is Amy's done a great job on the report and has come out with a few different ideas. So there's three different options. The Rollston Park picture was just an extra option. She's put option 3 together as a proposed cover.
Yeah.
I'd go with that.
I like that best.
So we just, yeah,
all right, so a motion from somebody?
it's written out there. Motion to approve option number 3.
So moved.
Idiot. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Option 3 is.
3.
And,
The report will be ready to go to the printer very shortly.
Does everybody know what the post cane is? You don't? Can you give her a brief
Sure.
description?
I'm not going to get the year right.
That's all right.
about
A long time
But
ago.
early 1900s, the Boston Post newspaper, as an advertising action, which ended up being very successful, gave a black ebony cane with a gold tip to each of the towns as a gift, with the instruction that the cane be held by the oldest living resident in your town. So Greenland has had that. We don't pass around the original cane. We do have that available, and it's in the safe. And the pictures of the original cane. But we have duplicates that are made that are presented to the oldest living resident. The town report features the list of who has held it. And 2017 was one of the very first years that it was awarded twice. It was awarded early in the year, and then that recipient passed away, and it is now being held by Dr. Elmer Sewell on Breakfast Hill Road.
Oh, wow, okay.
And he is 98,
You can keep it.
Oh, thank you.
no,
Is it over?
yeah. I want to say he was 98.
Yeah, I was supposed to say at least upper 90s, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was 98.
Yeah. Not
So
that the
he
neighbor
currently is
across the
holding
street is probably right in line.
Yeah, I think he's like 96 or 97 now.
97, yeah.
Yeah.
Still out mowing his lawn, feeding the birds,
Yeah.
weeding his garden, amazing.
Yeah, and Dr. Sewell, during his acceptance, we came in with his family, noted that his father had been scheduled to receive the Boston Post cane and passed away just shortly before the presentation. Yeah. And that was just neat.
Since we have Ralston Park, one thing I want to tell you, we need to get that on a future agenda, because what I've learned is that the plantings that were down there this last summer were the absolute wrong thing to do.
Okay,
The reason being that those plantings attract wildlife to the edge of the road where they get hit, which is why it's the absolute wrong place to do what she was doing.
right. So do you want this on the next agenda?
Or
If
just
Laura's available?
just some time to talk about it.
Okay,
Perfectly happy to find another place for her to do what she's doing, but that's the wrong place for that reason.
okay.
And this, it came up now because DOT is in the throes of trying to do things in their median. And so they're running into the same problem. You don't want to put plantings out there that attract wildlife because they are attracted to get hit. And so there are plenty of other places to put this and do the good work she's trying to do, but not there.
Okay. All righty, next item is the meeting date.
Yep. Our next scheduled meeting is Monday, February 19th, which is President's Day. We have a public hearing scheduled for Keno, which has to be held either the 19th or the 20th, because that's required. You have to hold a public hearing on that warrant article. So it's up to the board what they'd like to do. I'm available if you want to meet that the holiday night. It's not a problem.
I'll leave that, I'm available also, but I'll leave that.
I'm available.
Are you available?
I think so.
Okay,
I'm working, so I'm available.
okay, all right. So that's the majority.
Right, so we don't need a motion for it. It'll be held on the 19th. Then payroll doesn't
So that's
get
the
hung up or
19th,
anything.
right?
Yep, so we're sticking to that every other Monday.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to move the meeting.
We don't need a motion.
You don't, why have you got a motion?
No, because we're meeting on our regular night, basically.
Okay. Any other new business anybody would like to bring up?
The only thing was we didn't really meet after the deliberative session to see if we wanted to reconsider any of our recommendations.
I think Karen went around to I believe she went around to.
I went to you, and you said, I'm not
And I-
changing
I
anything.
said,
He said,
I
he's
didn't
not
see
changing,
any-
he's not changing, so he
I'm
said,
not changing. Okay.
All right, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think we're all set on that.
Fine.
Okay, accounts payable manifest. Are we gonna beat a record here?
We're gonna try.
we're going into non-public. I'm not
All right.
guessing yet.
I hereby approve attached payroll number 3, paid date February 8th, 2018, period, January 22nd, 2018, through and including February 4th, 2018. Amount excluding payroll liabilities, $49,216,62.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second?
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
I'll explain that one, okay?
Sorry, I just had a heart attack.
Mhm.
We hereby approve the attached manifest of unpaid bills detailed as of February 8, 2018, in the amount of $174,630.93.
91,000 of that is January plowing and salt.
Okay.
Everything else is routine.
And tomorrow we'll get another good chunk.
Hope not.
We're getting something. We're getting crap tomorrow.
All right, second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Did I get a second? Did you get a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Hereby, I move that we hereby approve the attached manifest unpaid bills detailed as of February 8, 2018, in the amount of $596.20. That was good.
Yeah, that's a double payment on a ambulance bill.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
And I hereby move that we approve an attached manifest unpaid bills detailed as of February 1st, 2018, in the amount of $204.89.
Do I have a second?
And which fund is that?
That's fire inspection.
Okay.
That is just transferring fire inspection payrolls over to the general.
Okay. Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, is there anything else anybody would like to discuss before I request the non-public?
Any questions from anyone here tonight? Or-
Marissa, I'm from the paper.
Your what?
I'm from the paper, the newspaper.
Oh, okay.
Is this gonna be a regular thing?
I hope so, but
Okay, the Herald?
yeah.
Okay.
But see, when we're on Mondays, we compete with Portsmouth and
Right.
everybody, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
All
No,
right.
I think that's great because we haven't seen anyone from the Herald.
I
for
know, for a while.
years, yeah. Unless it's a hot
And
meeting.
what is your name?
Marissa. I actually went to school with Greg.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell him.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
great. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
She was at deliberative session and
Yeah.
public hearing, yeah.
See, we gotta throw things around so people come to meetings more often.
Right,
Oh.
She just doesn't live here anymore.
right.
All right,
Thank you
anything
all.
else? Anybody else like, okay, great, all right.
All right, thank you very much.
That being said, I'm going to make a motion to enter into a non-public session referencing RSA 91-8:3, 2E. This is legal matters.
I know when I'm not one.
Run for selectman next time.
I'd rather be not one.
Oh, we see you twice a month. Thanks.
Go after we go.
Oh, lock it, that's a great idea.
Okay, is the